remember like sort of like squaring up to him because I'm also drunk and I'm thinking, fuck it,
You squared?
I squared.
And I wore like orange spandex all over, and they covered me in bubble wrap.
Sorry, and were you liked? And they'd walk underneath like the sweat cloud and it would drip in all of the drinks like in a row. But because they're drunk and like trying to watch people, they'd have their drinks and not even be looking.
But you know, like at the club where I frequent, not anymore.
You do not frequent the club. You're
I have.
34?
Shut up, I'm 32. I have frequented a club in my time.
Frequented a club?
Yeah, I frequented. In my best suit, purple suit, you know, orange hat. Cane.
Oh my fucking god! I would not be surprised if there's a picture of you in like Revolution wearing a purple suit, like a tatty purple suit. You got it from like a charity shop or something, and an orange hat, and you called yourself like, I don't know, the Orange Menace or something.
You're actually dangerously close to something that did happen when I was at uni. So the only time I've ever been surprised not to, you know, get off of a girl, where I felt like I was the most popular person, and I swear to God, right?
That must be a rare feeling.
Yeah, because normally I'm just a freak in the wall, do you know what I mean? Like looking fat and ugly. But on this fateful day, it was like I don't even know if it was a fancy. It certainly wasn't fancy dress club wide. Right?
Okay, but you look like you were wearing fancy dress in your normal clothes.
I was in fancy dress. No, I was in fancy dress. But what I'm saying is I can't remember if it was just me or if it was like our chums who were all fancy dressing. But basically, we found a traffic cone nights before, and the sleeve had come off. The sleeve had come off of the traffic cone, like the reflective bit. Okay. So I put that on my head, like a crown, like a cone crown.
Horrible. This is already horrible.
And I wore like orange spandex all over, and they covered me in bubble wrap.
Sorry, and were you liked?
Yeah, I swear. Honestly,
this sounds like you were bullied. Like this is a bullying situation.
Normally,
like
I'd agree. Normally, I would agree because, you know, I deservedly bullied. But on this occasion, honestly, people, I swear to God, that I don't remember because I was drunk, obviously, but I didn't remember meeting. They were going, "Oh, it's traffic cone man," and like, "Hey," and high five, and I'd be like, "Did I speak to that person earlier?" I was so popular. I'll put a picture up on this episode. You won't be able to see it. You'll have to imagine. Okay. But on this recording, I'll find it.
Imagine. You're like a twat. You're like an absolute twat.
In your imagination.
I remember there was a guy at a club years ago, because I went to, I frequented a club.
Have you?
Purple. Yeah, I'd say I was a frequent at a club.
Purple outfit, cane.
No, just normal outfit.
You were going up to the person in the purple outfit and the cane going, "Oh, please, sir, I've only got a £5. Please tell me that's enough."
Please. Yeah, so it was a club in Cambridge, what a city, called Fez. You know Fez.
Dripping water.
Yeah. Had the ceiling, anybody in Cambridge will know, on the ceiling it had like fabric, I guess, and the fabric was like relatively low. I want to say like 7 foot, like up. So
very
like,
flammable.
You could reach up and touch it for sure. Like you'd be fine touching it, okay? But the issue is all of the sweat vapor from the many students and people that were there, and the occasional old person would it would be vaporous enough to go through the fabric, and it would then condensate on the ceiling. And then it would drip down. It basically was like a little mini ecosystem. It would then drip back down into the fabric, and you'd then get pools of like sweat in the fabric. And it was funny then, like you know, I've been camping and it rains and you touch the inside of the tent,
and you can see it going
that's
blubber down.
When the condensation comes through.
Yeah.
Like if you touched the fabric in the right spot, it would then make like sort of almost like a dripping leak of just like consistent sweat.
But you'd get them on you. Do you know what I mean? Every now and then you'd be walking about, and it was quite rocky in Fez from what I recall. Like,
yeah. It was like Arctic monkeys and fucking, I don't know, wombats if they exist.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I bet you'll go to the dance floor and that comes on and suddenly you're getting sort of rained on by just people's sweat. Like there must have been bacteria in those that only exist in that microclimate.
I may be, because I remember also seeing people walking along like they had like 5 drinks or whatever, and they'd walk underneath like the sweat cloud, and it would drip in all of the drinks like in a row. But because they're drunk and like trying to watch people, they'd have their drinks and not even be looking, and it would just go and just like rain across their drink.
You just can't help but be a nature documentarian, can you? You're going about there, and honestly, you're narrating it. The sweat falls into the person's glass, but he does not care, for he wishes to mate.
The traffic cone walks to a woman, and she turns her back. This time, unsuccessful.
Try again.
He goes for a wank in the toilet.
A traffic wank. Thank you very much.
Imagine having a wank in a club. That's grim.
Yeah, imagine.
But getting bricked up as an orange traffic cone.
You see my little cone crown poking out the thing.
Oh God! Oh, it's coming out on like the store.
Yeah.
And then you walk out, and they're like, "Were you? No.
No.
No."
You see the flap tap of a traffic cone.
Oh God! But yeah,
chap.
I was going to say about somebody who was dressed up at a club. There was a guy who, like a Minecraft pig. It's
Square
not very
in that.
blocky, obviously. Yeah.
Pig.
He was on his own at this club,
Oinks.
and I was there with like, I don't know, 6 or 7 mates. Don't mean to brag. 2 of which were women.
Wow. How many of which were Minecraft pigs?
I'll get to our protagonist shortly.
Okay, I can't wait.
Our protagonist, and he ended up both their partners ended up going to the bar, and so they were left on the dance floor dancing like with the group. And this bloke with a Minecraft pig hat, and it's easily like the size of a big pizza box. Like it's a large. It's not just like a sort of a thing that's on there. It extends out in every dimension wider than his body does. Yeah, very much so. He ended up trying to like dance with these girls, and I was like, oh, they've got like boyfriends. So I was like getting in the way. You know, it's sort of like you're getting in the way.
The wingman protective.
Yeah, exactly. And you're sort of like, and you're like dancing like with them to try and like make them fuck off, basically. I did that. He didn't find it funny. He was not. He wasn't like, oh, all right, whatever. Then
Piggy
moved on.
Patrick didn't see the funny side.
He shoved me. I was shoved.
But Piggy Patrick's a lad. He's wearing a piggy on his head. He's got to be fun.
He was there on his own. I got shoved, and at this point, I'm thinking, I don't want to like. I'm at uni. I'm in good shape, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking
You're eating your pizza, baked bean, horrible thing you used to eat. I don't want to get you on the topic of food, but he made pizza with baked beans on it. It's a full English. It's a whole
pizzas,
thing.
a full pack of sausages, a full pack of bacon, a full tin of beans,
Piggy Patrick,
and another pizza on top.
Piggy Patrick took one look at you and go, "Oh, you smell like beans and pizza."
Yeah. You smell like beans and pork. That's my kind.
Yeah.
He's like, "Fuck, you stink of bacon." And yes, I was shoved, and I was like, right, this feels weird.
Yeah.
And then I remember like sort of like squaring up to him because I'm also drunk and I'm thinking, fuck it.
You squared.
I squared. And
that's in proper staring down.
Yeah, his pig is below my chin, and I'm like, brother, like you've got to you have to just concede defeat here. Realistically, you got to concede defeat.
Just pick your trotters up and walk away.
And then I thought, I had like a moment of like clarity of like, me in like a week's time of people saying, let's go to Fez. And I'm there going, no, I'm banned because I fought a pig or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I thought, no. And I looked at the bouncer and he looked at me. We gave each other a nod. And he then came over and grabbed this bloke and dragged him out.
Did he grab him?
He grabbed him by the scruff of the scrote of the pig.
He had the scruff of the neck, right? Like picked him up like a puppy.
Yeah, and he was there. He was like shaking all his limbs and stuff. The pig was flying. But yeah, he ended up getting kicked out. And then he came back down without him and gave me a nod, and I gave him a nod back.
Nice.
And I never saw Piggy Patrick again.
Piggy Patrick, rest in peace. He trotted off, did he?
He did. He trotted off, probably to somewhere else to harass some other people.